Welcome students in the series of lectures in human resource management. Next in the series, I am starting with a session on rewards management and compensation management. Compensation system. An organization exists to accomplish the specific goals and objectives, and the employees which they hire definitely helps them in the fulfillment of all these goals. But these employees which are hired by an organization, they have their own needs related to the job, needs related to the family, and their own personal needs. And these needs can be satisfied by providing them money, goods, and the services in return of their services which they provide to an organization. An organization have to use to retain them the reward system which helps in building a competitive and strategic advantage in the society. When we say building a competitive and strategic advantage, that means what their competitors are doing, what other organizations of the society or in the market are doing, they have to do something better to retain these people in their organization so that they should not leave them to join another organizations in the market. Now, coming to the compensation part, compensation system, also known as a wage and salary system of an organization, and wages and the salary is one of the most important part why an employee joins an organization. Say whenever we go to the market or whenever we start looking for a job, our first basic purpose at a freshers level definitely to look for an organization which is giving us more and more salary. The another aspects are definitely the organization culture or the location of an organization or the other benefits which organization is giving us. But the first and the foremost important part which studies also says is the salary part which generally an employee looks for. Now what this compensation system or what this wage and salary system of an organization includes is direct cash payments which generally organization makes to their employees, indirect payments in the form of employee benefits like provident fund benefits, gratuity benefits, insurance facilities, and incentives to motivate employees to strive for the higher levels of productivity. The basic components of compensation is first wage and salary. Wage and salary, a very borderline difference between the two. Wage is the one which generally organization pays to their blue collar employees. Blue collar employees are those employees which are working in an organization which are directly linked to the production activities of the organization. These are generally given to the employees, those who are directly related to the production activities of the organization. The salary is the one which are basically meant for the white collar employees of an organization which are working at a middle management and the top management level. Second, the second component of compensation system is an incentive. Incentives are the payments which are directly linked to the performance of an employee. Higher the performance, more incentives they'll get. Lower the performance, less incentives they will get. And this is one aspect where one employee actually differs from another employee as far as their performance is concerned, as far as their benefits and incentives are concerned. Then the third component of compensation system is a fringe benefits. Fringe benefits, as its name says, fringe means extra. These are the extra benefits and has nothing to do with the performance of an employee. And that is what the difference between the incentive and a fringe benefits is. Fringe benefits are the extra payments made by an organization to all the employees irrespective of their designation, irrespective of their salaries, like the CAF facility given to an employees, gym facility, cafeteria facilities, etc. Then the fourth component is perquisites. Perquisites are the perks which employers offers to their employees. Definitely depends upon their cadre or the levels of in the organization. When we talk about compensation system should include first a signal to an employee that major objectives of the organization such as quality, customer focus is met. The second most important part which a compensation system should include is to attract and retain the best talent from an organization, definitely as per the organization's needs. Then to encourage employees to develop the skill set and the abilities as per the requirements of the employer, as well as whatever their own requirements are, to be there in an organization or to be absorbed by the employer in a better manner, to motivate employees to perform effectively and efficiently, and create the type of culture the company seeks to engender. Compensation management is not a one-time activity. It is actually a process which constitutes of 7 basic steps, which starts with the organization strategy. When we design a compensation or when we design the wages and salaries of the employee, the first and the foremost part which we look into, or which we should take care into, is the organization strategy. What is the strategy of an organization at an overall level? How much an employer wants to pay to their employees? How much the board wants to pay to their employees? They are really bothered about the development and growth of the employees. They really want to earn more and more money only. Their basic objective is to cater the society. Their basic objective is to cater the employees, or their basic objective is to earn only money for themselves, that is profit making. If the organization basic purpose is the well-being of an employee, definitely they will design a compensation system where they will distribute more and more benefits to the employees. If their basic purpose is to earn more and more profit, definitely they'll have more and more money in their hand, and they'll distribute only less portion of it to the employees working in the organization. Now, once an organization strategy is decided, the next part is compensation policy, for designing of a compensation policy for the organization level. But when we talk about the compensation plan policy, we have to consider job analysis part and the job evaluation part. I'm not going into the depth of both these aspects because we have already covered job analysis and job evaluation in my previous lectures. But definitely, just to give you an idea about it, job analysis is a combination of job description and person specification. Job description is details about the job, that is responsibilities, what the job will be, what will be the functions, or what are the basic details about the job. And when we talk about the person specification, we say skill sets of a person, experience and qualification of a person required to perform that job. And when we talk about job evaluation is nothing but this is, as its name says, it is comparison of 2 jobs of an organization for the purpose of finalizing or purpose of finding out the worth of that job. Why to pay a more salary to a white collar employee or to a manager in comparison to a deputy manager, in comparison to a other person who is working at a lower level in an organization. When we did with this job analysis and comparison of 2 jobs in an organization, we analyze the contingent factors, that is the key responsibility areas which are the part of that particular job. The more contingent factors are present, or more important factors are present in that particular job, more value of that job will be in comparison to the other job. Then on the basis of all these analysis, we design the compensation plan for each and every employer working in an organization, definitely on the basis of the grouping of the jobs we done, and then implementation of the compensation plan will be there. And it is not the end of the compensation system here. We evaluate this plan time to time on the basis of the organization strategy, changing strategies of the organization, on the basis of what other employers are doing in the market. And then on the basis of the results of this evaluation, we review these plans on an yearly basis or on a half yearly basis, depends upon the requirement. Students, that's all with today's lecture on compensation management. Next, we'll be starting with the progression of the compensation, where I'll be covering what we mean by wage, what we mean by salary in detail, then what are the wage levels, what are the various factors which affect the compensation management in an organization, and simultaneously we'll talk about the various methods of designing a compensation plan. Thank you so much, and thanks for a patience hearing.